Open talks. Liverpool negotiates with £100 million complete player who is 100% ready to move in 2025. Confirmed. Liverpool wants to sign £50 million Zubimendi alternative. Liverpool in negotiations about signing Salah's successor as FSG prepares a stunning move for global superstar. Welcome, football fan. Come check out the latest news about the greatest club in the world. According to information from Trivela via Sport Witness, Liverpool has already begun talks with Joao Pedro of Brighton and Hove Albion for a transfer in the summer of 2025, when the forward will be 100% ready to swap the Amex for a new challenge. While negotiations might be relatively straightforward from the player's perspective, Liverpool could face difficulties dealing with Brighton, who values their young star at £100 million before 2025. Joao Pedro's departure, which is valued at a considerable amount, would continue Brighton's trend of significant profits, having recently seen players like Moises Caicedo and Liverpool's midfielder Alexis Mac Allister leave the club. It's still uncertain whether Liverpool will be willing to match Pedro's valuation, but there's no doubt that he would solve a crucial problem for the team, replacing Roberto Firmino, a key player, at a decisive moment. If Liverpool wants to dominate both the Premier League and Europe, waiting for Darwin Núñez to find a consistent run of goals is not a viable long-term strategy. The club must make ruthless decisions over the summer and look to Joao Pedro as the answer to what Núñez has often failed to provide: consistency in attack. The Brazilian has impressed with his ability to create chances and score goals, characteristics that make him a viable alternative to Firmino. Since his arrival at Brighton, Pedro has received praise from several figures in football, including former coach Roberto De Zerbi. The Italian, as reported by the Argus last year, commented, "He is a key player for us. He's still young, but I believe he can be crucial for our season as he has incredible skills. He's a complete player, knows how to score, has the ability to attack spaces on the pitch, and impressive technical skills. I'm really excited about his arrival." Following in Mac Allister's footsteps, Joao Pedro could soon leave Brighton and become Liverpool's new star in 2025. The forward has the potential to transform the Reds' front line and become a key figure for the team in the seasons to come. How would you feel if Joao Pedro from Brighton became Liverpool's next big signing for next season? Anfield Watch revealed earlier this month that Liverpool had considered Samuele Ricci, the Torino midfielder, as an alternative to Martin Zubimendi, who had been heavily linked with a move to Anfield. The Euro 2024 winner with Spain, Zubimendi, seemed to be the ideal solution to become the long-term anchor of Liverpool's midfield. However, despite Liverpool agreeing to pay the player's release clause with Real Sociedad, the deal never materialized. As a result, Arne Slot was asked to work with the midfield players already at his disposal, with Ryan Gravenberch excelling in the number 6 role. Samuele Ricci, 23, has stood out in Italian football and is seen as one of the brightest prospects in midfield, consolidating his place in the Italian national team throughout 2024. It's widely expected that he will leave Torino soon, and Liverpool has already shown interest in the player. The Reds were impressed by his numbers and even contacted the Italian club to explore the possibility of a transfer. However, Torino has asked for €60 million, approximately £50 million, for the player, a sum that has made Liverpool pause for now. Ricci, whose contract runs until 2026, remains a key player for Paolo Vanoli's team, but his price may be adjusted if Torino doesn't renew his contract. It's not just Liverpool keeping an eye on the player, with several Serie A clubs showing interest, including Milan and Inter Milan. La Stampa reported that, in addition to Liverpool, Manchester City is also monitoring Ricci, reinforcing the expectation that the midfielder could be targeted by Premier League clubs. The estimated price for Ricci's transfer is around €30 million, though this price might be higher for English clubs due to the so-called English tax in the market. However, Torino is still not willing to sell the player at this moment. If the club fails to reach an agreement to renew Ricci's contract, Liverpool could try to take advantage of the situation to make an opportunistic transfer. Richard Hughes, Liverpool's sporting director, has already indicated that the club is interested in such a deal, and as a fan of Serie A, he has a history of acquiring players from the Italian league, such as Federico Chiesa, who was signed from Juventus last summer. This scenario suggests that Liverpool could still make a move to sign Raphinha, especially if circumstances throughout the season favor a more advantageous deal for the club. According to recent reports, Liverpool has opened talks with Raphinha's agents about a possible high-profile transfer to bring the Brazilian forward back to the Premier League. This comes amidst uncertainty about Mohamed Salah's future. The Egyptian star, who has been a key part of Liverpool's success since his arrival in 2017. Salah, now 32, has a contract until the end of this season, meaning that starting January 1st, he could sign a pre-contract with any foreign club of his choice, creating a highly speculative environment about his future. While negotiations for a potential contract renewal with Salah are still ongoing, Liverpool's owners, FSG, are wisely exploring alternatives to ensure the team's continuity if the Egyptian forward decides to leave Anfield as a free agent. According to transfer journalist Graham Bailey, Liverpool has already contacted Raphinha's representatives and is considering a move for 2025. The Reds see the Brazilian as an ideal option to replace Salah, should he decide to leave, and believe they can exploit Barcelona's ongoing financial problems to negotiate a transfer. While Barcelona denies that their financial situation could force them to sell Raphinha, clubs like Arsenal, Manchester City, and Liverpool are closely monitoring the situation and have already spoken with the player's agents about a potential deal. Raphinha has been in excellent form for Barcelona, putting up impressive numbers similar to Salah, and has been one of the key players for Xavi's team. Despite this, Barcelona continues to face financial difficulties, which could open up an opportunity for Premier League clubs. Despite the interest in Raphinha, Liverpool's priority remains to renew Salah's contract. New talks with Salah's agent are scheduled to take place soon, as the club tries to finalize a deal to keep the forward. However, no agreement has yet been reached regarding the terms of the renewal, with conflicting reports about the length of the contract Salah wishes to sign. The main sticking point seems to be the salary, with Salah seeking a significant increase, which has been a point of contention in the negotiations. Additionally, Salah's future is also influenced by external factors. The player is considering changing representatives, as his former agent, Deco, was appointed as Barcelona's sporting director in August 2023, which created a conflict of interest and led to the end of their professional relationship. Salah still needs to decide who his new representative will be, which could impact future negotiations. Meanwhile, Liverpool is preparing to explore other options in the transfer market, with Raphinha being just one of the names considered as a potential successor for Salah. The Egyptian's future remains one of the most important issues for the club's immediate future. But with time running out, Liverpool may need to act quickly to ensure their attack remains competitive. Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time.